This is one of those things you don't have to do, and most people wouldn't. They'd say it's unnecessary, extra, something that doesn't really change the outcome. And technically, they'd be right. But when you're building quietly, you start to notice something. The smallest details are usually the ones that carry the most weight. This conversation isn't really about bows. It's about why I decided not to skip something small when it would have been very easy to. I've known for a while how I wanted Boujee Bunny Boutique to feel, not look, feel, finish, considered, intentional. And I realized there was a gap, not in vision, but in skill. I could see the final picture very clearly, but my hands didn't quite know how to execute it yet. That's usually the moment people outsource, and there's nothing wrong with that. But for me, this wasn't about control, it was about understanding. I wanted to know what it takes to finish something properly. And I could have skipped this step. I could have said, no one will notice. And maybe no one would have, but I would have. And when you're the keeper of the house, that matters. Because nothing in this house is accidental. And if something is here, it's here for a reason. If a detail exists, it serves a purpose. And if I'm asking people to trust me with their learning, their tools, their money, then I need to trust myself enough to not cut corners I'd notice later. There's something very grounding about being a student again, especially when you're used to producing, deciding, leading. In that room, my only job was to learn, not to optimize, not to monetize, not to perform, just to practice. And I think founders forget how important that is. You don't outgrow learning, you just change what you're willing to be bad at in public. I was willing to be bad at this because I knew what it would lead to. After class, something changed. Not dramatically, not overnight, but quietly. My hands moved differently, slower, more deliberate, and confidence showed up in a way it never does when you're rushing. That's the thing people don't tell you. Confidence doesn't come from knowing everything, it comes from familiarity, from repetition, from doing something enough times your body stops hesitating. I want to be clear about something. This isn't about bows, it's about care. It's about how something feels when someone receives it. And those feelings don't come from branding, they come from decisions, from choosing to slow down where other people would speed up, from choosing to learn something instead of skipping it. That's what sets a house apart from a business. A house holds standards, even when no one is watching. If you're building quietly, right now, this is the part I want you to hear. You're not behind because you're moving carefully. You're not late because you're learning properly. Some things are supposed to take time. Some skills are supposed to be earned. And some details matter even if they never get noticed. Especially then. The house is almost ready. And these finishing touches, they're not extra. They're part of the welcome. If you're building quietly too, you're in the right place.